everyone, blessings and welcome. In this video, I will be discussing the topic of trust. But before we get into our topic of discussion, subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. Hey, it takes a few seconds. Just hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notifications button so you'll know whenever I upload a new video. Also share my videos if you enjoy this channel and my content. And also be sure to hit that like button. As always, I do appreciate your support of this channel. Now let's get into the topic of trust. Who can you trust? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 things to watch out for. And you can't trust a person if they do the following things that I discuss in this video. I know some of you who are watching, you may have people in your lives that, you're not sure if you can trust them, or maybe you're looking to expand your friend group or your network and you're inviting people into your life, you're dating and you're meeting new people, and you want to figure out who you can and can't trust. Well, I think these 3 things that I'm about to share might be of some help to you. I know that, in my years of living on this planet, these 3 things have been always true in the case of trust, and who I couldn't trust, they always did these 3 things. So I'm going to share these 3 things with you. So let's jump into it. You can't trust a person when, number 1, they do not take responsibility for their actions. This is a very dangerous person. The person who never takes responsibility, the person who deflects, the person who tries to switch and twist the situation and throw it off on the next person, the person who just doesn't own up to the things that they do. That person cannot be trusted. That person is not a safe person. So you want to, when you're looking to determine or to look to see if you can trust someone, check out if that person takes ownership over the things that they do. And not just that, but ownership of their life, how their life is going. I also look out for things like people complaining entirely too much, red flag. People being overly negative, because that's also a sign that they're not taking ownership and responsibility for the way that their lives are going or for their actions, right? They want to, or people who are looking to blame others for something that's happening to them. That's another red flag. So part of maturity and part of being a safe person and a trustworthy person is a person who takes ownership of their actions, whether they're right or whether they're wrong. Sometimes I know it's hard for all of us when we make a mistake or when we hurt somebody or we do something that's not right, and for us to say, hey, my bad. I did that thing. I did the wrong thing. I should have did A instead of B, or I hurt that person. I should go over and just apologize to them. But you just definitely want to look out to see if that person does take responsibility for his or her actions. But if they don't, that is definitely a person that you cannot trust, and you probably shouldn't be inviting them into your inner circle. So definitely look out for ownership when you're looking out and you're trying to determine who you can trust in your life. That person should be taking responsibility. Number 2, the person does not apologize for the things that they do or the things that they say. Zero contrition. So not only do they not apologize, they're not sorry about the things that they do. And I'm not talking about those half-baked apologies. So here's an example. And a person says, they do something to you, for example, right? And they say, I'm sorry that you feel that way, that I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry you feel like I hurt your feelings. That is not an apology. That is a half-baked apology. A real apology would be, once again, going back to ownership, that person taking ownership. I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry that I said those things. Would you please forgive me? That's more of a true and genuine apology when a person takes ownership in that apology and when they actually apologize. People will do things and say things and know that they hurt you, and they won't apologize to you, and especially when an apology is in order. That's a huge red flag. When they don't apologize when they should apologize, or they never apologize for the things that they do, that is a person who you cannot trust, right? And then also, usually coupled with that non-apology, they don't feel bad about it. It doesn't bother them, not one bit. Doesn't bother their conscience, and they go on like business as usual, like, you know, y'all cool and everything like that. So yeah, definitely look out and see if the person apologizes when they say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, when they hurt you or when they hurt others, not just you. Just watch what they do around other people too, you know, because sometimes, you know, they might love bomb you and treat other people horribly. So you have to watch out for that too, because eventually it's going to come full circle and they're going to start abusing you too. So yeah, they don't apologize. Don't trust that person. And finally, number 3, it's not going to be a long video. Number 3, this is a person who is not a person of his or her word. You can't trust that person. When their actions do not line up with their words, so what they do does not line up with what they say. That's a big thing to look out for. They cannot be trusted, right? So you want to be around people and surround your people and have people in your inner circle who basically, it's a sign of integrity, right? If they say they're going to be at a place, if they say they're going to do a thing, that they actually show up and do it, and be true and faithful to their obligations with you, and you know that you can rely on them, you know, because a person who's not a person of his or her word, they're not a reliable person, and you want reliable people in your life. You know, you want people who are consistent, right? You want people who are going to do what they say they're going to do, right? So that is a huge thing to look out for, and it's a red flag if you find that you are dealing with a person and this person is not a person of their word, like their actions don't line up with their words. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you in this video. You can't trust the following things about a person if they don't take responsibility for their actions, if they never apologize, and, you know, there's no contrition behind it, and they're not a person of their word. You know, those are the 3 major things that I have found in my life when in dealing with people who I discovered were untrustworthy. Usually, sometimes they possess all 3 of these things, or maybe 1 or maybe 2, but yeah, I mean, it's tough. You know, people are very good at hiding their true selves and hiding behind a mask. But, you know, time always reveals. And just while you're observing the person, just look for those 3 things. And, you know, hopefully, you know, I pray that you all out there, you're inviting, you know, great people into your lives, and being cautious as to who you let into your circle, whether it be your inner circle or your outer circle, because that definitely has an impact on your life. And you know, our friends and our circle and the people that we surround ourselves with, they definitely matter in our lives. So that's what I wanted to share with you in this video. Take care, God bless, and I will see you in the next one.